Imagine this. You're a robot cowboy and a local gangster has hired you to steal a shipment of rare new parts for spaceships on the space train. But halfway through the job, your best friend betrays you and now you're stuck on the outside of the space train hurtling through the stars at a breakneck speed. What are you gonna do? Or what if you were a genetically engineered super soldier breaking into an illegal biotech lab to gather evidence, but the security systems fail and the mutants start spilling out of their containment facilities? What are you gonna do? Now these are the kind of questions you're gonna have to answer when you're playing Lightspeed RPG. So, Lightspeed is played through conversation, essentially, and the action takes place in the collective consciousness, the imagination of all the players. So you and your friends will get together and you're basically telling a story to each other. Everyone takes turns saying what their character would do, and then the animator tells them what they have to do in order to be successful. And normally this involves rolling a couple six-sided dice and seeing how high of a result you can get. Alright, so now let's get into making a character. So the first step in creating a character is choosing a race. So race is what type of being you are, like a human or a robot, and that just basically determines what you look like and how people perceive you. So each race has two options of sub-races. So for a post-human Tomoran, the humanity of tomorrow, the two sub-races would be cyborg or a genetically engineered corpoid. So, depending on your choice of sub-race, you will have various distinctions from other members of your race. Your race also grants you a skill bonus, making you better at certain tasks. For example, Tomorans have a bonus to piloting, because they're so familiar with future technology. The next step in creating your character is choosing a class. Your class might be something like a hunter, or a pilot, or a trader. So depending on your choice of class, you'll have access to different features which can help you with certain types of challenges. For example, hunters are good at sneaking around and they're very agile, whereas traders are very charismatic and are predisposed towards social interactions. But no class is limited to one style of approach by any means. So, hunter can still fly a ship and a pilot can still sneak around in the shadows. The classes just grant you tools and features which can help you with a certain playstyle. They also grant you different equipment when you first create your character. For example, a heavy might give you weapons and armor, whereas a pilot would gain a vehicle. The last step in creating your Lightspeed character is calculating your skill bonuses. So you gain skill bonuses from your race and your class, but then after you've calculated those, you also get 3 free skill points that you can spend on any skill. So let's say you're playing as a robot hunter. So robots get a +1 bonus to engineering. Hunters get a +2 bonus to stealth and a +1 bonus to athletics. And then you get these 3 free points. So you could spend them to increase your engineering, increase your stealth, or you could invest them in another skill entirely, like piloting. Now the maximum bonus is +3, so any character can be an expert in any skill just based on these 3 free points, or you can, spread them out a bit more, be a jack of all trades. This is part of where the creativity of building your character comes in. So you use skills when you end up in a tricky or challenging situation to make something called a skill check. So let's say you're trying to repair a malfunctioning starship engine. That would require an engineering check. So you roll 2 6-sided dice and you add your engineering bonus. And you're aiming for the highest possible number here. So let's say you roll an 8 on the dice and you have a +1 bonus to engineering. Your final result would be a 9. And that's a pretty good roll, so you would succeed. And you're allowed to make 2 skill checks every turn. Different features and abilities can allow you to make some free skill checks or give you advantage on them, which makes you more likely to succeed. So after you've done all that, you should have yourself a nice new Lightspeed character.